Morning guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing well. It's the weekend again. A little bit of sun outside, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be cold. So I'm heading off. I've got a bit more building to do. I think we've seen the chicken shed that we were building, so that's pretty much done now. It's outside waiting for the fencing to go in so the chickens go in there. Also building a little shed, so got some windows, brand new windows turned up today, so we're going to be putting those in. Again, not car related, so I'm not really going to put a lot of content about that in the channel. You may see some sort of images of it, but yeah, so that's not for this channel. Anyway, what I really want to talk about is obviously the mini underside has now been done and it's all looking good. I'm enjoying that. Of course, it's coming into winter, so I'm probably going to, take the car off the road again. I just got to find somewhere where I can store it nicely. So it's okay at the moment, it's out the way, but I want to maybe put it somewhere a little bit nicer than where it is. There is a slight issue with the power steering pump that I'm working on, and we'll be looking into that to see what's happened with that. And I'm thinking of, I've looked into how the power steering pump works, and I'm thinking of putting in some, what should we say, some different control mechanisms in place, purely because if this is, typically they should just work, right? Typically, but the way mine's failed, and the way some of them fail, obviously they just stop working. Steering becomes very, very heavy, and you almost feel like you can't drive it. You can, but you're going to get a workout in the process of doing it, and you've got to be very careful because it's nowhere near as responsive as what you used to. So you don't want that happening in the middle of anything. So, and the question is what causes it to fail? I think a number of things. I don't 100% know. I haven't pulled too many of them apart, but obviously just time and whatever. But there's a set of electronics in the front that it's basically a electronic switch, which is measuring voltage coming from the alternator and determines whether there's enough power in the car for the motor to actually run, because it obviously will suck a lot of power from the battery. The power comes direct from the battery into the power steering pump, but it uses this electronic switch to decide when to actually have this thing on or off. And the electronics can fail. Now, I had mine reconditioned, as you probably remember through one of the previous episodes, and I only had it done because I thought it was 86,000 mile car. It's going to need to be done at some point. I had it out, so why not get it checked? So much for that. Anyway, we'll have a look at that at some point, but the most exciting and more important thing is the next project that I have talked about is here. Well, most of it, not all of it, is here. So we're going to go and open them, have a look and see, and we'll talk through what's there. I'll be very interested in your comments. We'll talk about what I was planning to do, but very, very interested in hear what other people think I should do as well. Maybe change some ideas, change some things around, but we'll see how we go forward, because one of the things will be for me is positioning bits and pieces in the car as well. So anyway, let's have a look. Here's all the boxes. So how can we place this camera so I can actually do this so you can see what's going on? Let's put that there for the moment. Right, let's open this one up. Right, so first up, sorry, lighting's a bit rubbish, isn't it? Right, so first up, amplifier. Well, that's given away pretty much everything, isn't it? I had a look around. I've bought this product purely because I've had experience with this product before, always liked it. I'm not saying that it's the best, I'm not saying it's anything like that. I'm not rating this product. This is just what I chose, like I said, because I've had plenty of experience with this product before, and I've always found it to be a good product. So but anyway, let's have a look in the next box down. Let's see what we've got in here. Okay, try again. Good tape. Yes. So the original one was the monoblock. This one. So this one is going to drive the speakers themselves. The other one was for subwoofer. Nice big one. So these are a 6.5 inch, which is slightly bigger than what the Mini has currently. I think the 5 1/4 in the Mini. So I went slightly bigger because I don't mind encroaching into the car, and I just thought, you know, the slightly bigger cone is going to provide a lot better response. Arguably, I mean, I know the quality of smaller speakers is getting better and better and better, but again, I just went with these. You're going to move a lot more air with a bigger speaker, and look, I'm no audio expert, so anyone who wants to comment and tell me I'm wrong, but I went with these. I'm pretty sure I've measured up how they would fit, and they should fit in okay, but obviously I imagine the door cards themselves are going to have to be slightly different. We'll have to see what I do with the door cards. I'm not sure yet, but we'll yeah, anyway, like I said, comments, let's see what you think of how those would go, and the door card's going to be, as I said, it's going to be the interesting bit for that, how they will fit in. Right, one more box. Like I said, I think, so the other thing I'll talk about is I ummed and ahed about what to do with the rear speakers. I thought about building a tray for the subwoofer and then putting some more of those 6 inches in the rear for speakers in the rear, rather than using the 6x9s. But then I thought, well, you know what? Why not just do the 6x9s? Easier to install, but they don't have any, and they're waiting for some from Alpine. So, got a kit, a install kit for the amplifier. Well, one of each actually, to be honest. So this is the same. That's the same thing. So we've got decent fuse, come off the battery. It's going to be interesting to see how we'll run all this stuff as well, and some decent RCAs. Now, one thing I haven't actually got I haven't decided not at this point to get a head unit. I'm not overly precious about the head unit, to be honest. Most of the music I tend to listen to is on Spotify off the phone, so don't tend to listen to radio, don't tend to listen to too many other things at the moment, so with that's the way I've left it. But anyway, oh look, my cats has decided they want to come and help. Hey? So this is the question. I ended up buying, for the moment, just one subwoofer. You want to hop in that one? Do you want to hop in that one? Yeah, there's more space in that one, eh? Hey? More space in that one? So, I've just bought the one. Alright, let's pop that out. Ooh. And the reason is I'm putting it in the Mini. This thing doesn't weigh much, does it? Oh, jeez. Nice. So we're going to put that up here. Just move that along. So I bought one purely because I've got one in the car now, and it packs a very decent punch, and it was a fairly cheap unit, only being driven by, I think it was a 300 watt amp on it, so it's not being driven by much. And I figured that 2 would just be massive. I don't think you'd ever use anywhere near the amount of power you're putting in the car. So we'll see. I mean, like I said, there's that 1500 watt amplifier, max 1500 watts, they're not real obviously. What have we got at 2 ohms? So 750 watts RMS times 1 at 2 ohms. That's massive, right? So this is the 2 ohm speaker. Now it is a 2+2, so you can double wire it, I think. So I mean, that's going to be huge power anyway. I'm not really sure I need another one, but the question is with one, where do you suddenly now put that speaker? So, oh, I forgot the random is that random chicken. I know who someone would love that. Right, so that's what we've got. As I said, the 60x9s are still to come, waiting for those to be delivered. So what I was thinking of doing, like I said, is I'm going to build a tray right across the whole back of the car, right from the boot all the way through where the seats would be. And the plan of, first of all, was to create a little, so it'd be sitting up a little bit higher than the boot would normally be, but what I want to do is put like little cubby holes in there. So just put some lids on them, lift them up, you could put stuff inside there and lock it away. It could have been a nice place to put the sub, you know, arguably take the battery out, move that somewhere, put the sub in there. But I was also thinking that the dome bottom of where the seat sits is also quite a nice space. But then if I've just got one, do I stick it on one side or stick it on the other side? Shouldn't matter massively. Maybe I could stick it on one side versus the other, I don't know. And that's why I kind of thought, well, two's symmetrical, nice and easy, blah blah blah. But again, do I really want two in there? That's a lot of power. It's a lot of, I'm not quite sure I'd need that much. Anyway, so for now, again, very quick video. This was just to show you what's coming next. I'm not quite ready to do this yet. I will be still getting a few more bits and pieces together to get on with this project. Things like getting a piece of wood put in there and then working out exactly how things are going to go. I've got to work out how I want to place the amplifiers as well. Not 100% sure where they'll go yet, but we'll work on that. We'll take the cables up and have them run them around through the car, see how much space I've got, or how much length I've got, sorry. See how much length I've got to work out where I could position the amplifiers. Obviously they want to be sort of a little bit out of the way. Don't want everything on show in the car. Might have to have the windows tinted as well, just to see, to make sure that everything's not too visible. But hopefully things like the speakers, you won't see much of that. How do I keep the sub hidden? I'm not sure. The piece of wood will obviously put carpet over it. I need to put protection over the speaker as well, because I don't want things being dropped in it and having it ripped and torn and broken. Again, so it'd be good to have your thoughts on this. What would you do? I'm kind of keen to have the car. I don't want to. I was thinking also you could build, like, you could come across where the back seat is and go up where the back seat would be and put speakers in there, but then that takes up just so much space in the car. And as I do play cricket, I do have massive bags I sometimes want to chuck in the back. So again, there's that idea of, but if you have the bass speaker down below, what do? Well, we'll put some protection over the top of it. We can get some metal handles and put over it, different size and lengths, just put over it so that nothing gets dropped on it. Or we could come up with something else as well. I'll have to have a think about how we protect the speaker from those sorts of for that sort of activity that's going to happen, and just the car's going to get used for things, and I don't want to get too precious. I will be, but the car's got to be used for things. I got to, it's not a show car. I don't think, I've considered that, but I don't think it's just not me. I don't think I'm not that not even going to be that detailed to go through the whole car and make it absolutely perfect. It's not what I want. I like to get a car in really good condition, and I want to use it, because if I don't use it, then what's the point? Someone else may as well have it. Anyway, the next challenge, of course, will be, I can't remember the head unit that I put in there. It came from a friend of mine, had it in an old work van, and I took it just purely because it had Bluetooth in it. So as I said, we've got the subwoofer connected to it now, but I can't remember whether it had RCA outputs for front and rear or not. So we'll see. I'm hoping it's fine, because it's nice and nondescript. It's just very, very simple, and as all it really acts to me is a Bluetooth connection, so that I can get and then obviously a preamp that's taking in the audio and then passing it out through amplifiers into the speakers. I'll have to look at what speaker cabling I have as well. I can't remember if I ordered any speaker cabling, but I will be replacing all the speaker cabling that runs through the car. So make it sort of as good as it can be. Anyway, that's the very, very short video of what's happening next. So please remember to hit that subscribe button so that you'll get notifications as to when the next videos come out on this project, if you want to follow it. And yeah, looking forward to this one. This is going to be really exciting, something to do over winter. I've got one other project I want to be getting on with as we go over winter, but we'll do that one in another video. So enjoy your weekend, guys. Take care, and we'll see you again soon.